bear with me. So what I was saying, it was a comment made by one of the of our subscribers from Ghana, because I made a comment that Rabbito Farmino is one of the biggest rabbit breeders in Ghana, and the the comment that Richard Asante, the comment he made, I agreed with some of the comments, but I didn't agree with all of them. So it was the comment Daxis. The comment he made was that there is no rabbit breeders in Ghana, and everyone can create their own breeds. But the truth is, he's right in a way. Everybody, if you take your time, every rabbit farmer, every rabbit keeper is capable of creating their own breed. And we'll get deeper into that with some other videos coming. But there are established breeds already. So we have, I'm just going to name a few randomly. We've got the New Zealand, we have the California, Chinchilla, Flemish Giant, the Lops, the Lionheads. So I've just named 7 of them randomly. So there are so many brands of rabbit, and breeds of rabbit, and these have been formulated carefully by people who have studied, maybe years, maybe decades, who have taken their time to study and crossbreed different kind of breeds in order to come out and say, okay, this one is a New Zealand white. Yes, as the name sounds, you may say, okay, maybe it's from New Zealand. Maybe the rabbit that was used initially to create the New Zealand white is from New Zealand, but actually New Zealand is created in California, you know, by crossing so many other breeds in order to create a unique rabbit that the focus was to create a unique rabbit that will give at that time the person who created it was thinking, okay, these we can use it as meat. It produces the rabbit is able to grow rapidly within a short period of time. It get bigger, not just meat but also fur at that time. So yes, there are established breeds that people have worked on already, and every rabbit keeper, every rabbit farmer is also able to create their own rabbits in their ranch. It may take a little bit more for someone to create a rabbit, to create their own breed. There may be people who have their own breeds already, but because it's not established, sorry about that, because it's not established, or it's not proven, or it's not really shown that these are the breeds, the person cannot prove anything, you know. And to have your breed, you have to have consistency and prove that, okay, I've got this rabbit that gets to this weight within 12 weeks, maybe 2 kilograms within 12 weeks, or 1.5 kilograms within 12 weeks. And if you can prove that, and you know that this is what you've created, then it becomes, your breed, but then you have to go through the standardization, and I'm not sure if we've got that standardization in Africa yet, in Ghana yet. I don't think we have it anyway. I'm sure we don't have it in Ghana and Africa yet. But people have worked hard to create breeds, and breeders, you don't necessarily have to have your breed. I remember Ace Rabbit Farm. If you haven't checked him out, you can check him out as well. He's a very good person. I've spoken to all three of them that form the Ace Farm. He was going on about we preserving the breed. So you don't necessarily have to create your own breed. What you can do is to preserve the already created breed. So for instance, how can you call yourself a breeder when you literally buy a white rabbit with a white rabbit with a red eye, and soon as you see it, you say, all right, this is New Zealand. Breed doesn't work that way, because that's just the coloration you're looking at. So breeds involves, like Richard pointed out, it involves the coloration, the certain features like the growth rate, the how the rabbit behaves, and then what we don't see with our eyes, also the genetics of that particular rabbit. So breeds involve so many things. So you don't necessarily have to create your own breed. Probably if you have a farm for a long time and you also want to research and sort of try certain things and put certain things together, then you can also become someone who can come out and say, okay, I've created this breed. We intend to create the Rabbito breed at some points, but that's going into details. But yes, by all means, everybody can create their breeds, but the established breeds, we don't need to water it down. We can maintain it. So if you have New Zealand's and you buy from a known breeder, okay, people have paid the money to bring their breeds from different countries, and if you get your hands on any of them and you don't mix it and you maintain the same breeds with known breeders, and we haven't got there yet, but in Europe and elsewhere, maybe South Africa, because South Africa, there's a breed from South Africa that are wonderful, Pindula. They were created in South Africa, and these breeds are created specifically for the African climate. Even though South Africa is not as hot as the rest of Africa, but the breed was created to be tough, to be able to stand the sun, the heat, and the African climate, specific African climate. And also, when you come to New Zealand was created as tough. They are hardy, which means they can live in they can adapt in so many conditions and situations. And that is why it's very important for us to maintain the already established breeds so that we don't water it down. So for instance, if you have a ranch and you have a farm, or you have some rabbits, and you cross New Zealand to Flemish Giant. Of course, New Zealand is a medium breed, which means they are not too big as the giant breeds, which is the chinchilla, some of the chinchillas, the Flemish Giants, the checkered giants. It comes with a name. If you breed the two of them, let's say you breed a New Zealand to Flemish giant, it's more likely that you get bigger rabbits. Okay, because giant and a medium breed, you are more likely to get a bigger breeds. But the way it works is, what has the Flemish giant got that you want in the specific breed that you're breeding? Is the Flemish giant going to be able to hold the environment you're breeding it in? If you're breeding it for specific geographical area, like let's say Africa or Asia, China, India, wherever, or if you're breeding to have them to use their fur and meat at the same time, then why? Or even if you're breeding for pets, if you're breeding as a pet breeder, what features are you looking for? What colors are you looking for? Are you looking for something big, or something big but not as big as the Flemish giants you're using to cross the New Zealand? So you need to have a reason why you're breeding. And I know in Africa, it's more the meat. I have to be fair and honest. It's more the rabbit meat that Africans are going into. Whereas when you come to Europe, even though there are a lot of people who are also doing it for the meat, when you go to America, there are a lot of people doing it as their homestead, part of their homestead, backyard garden, where they are producing a lot of meat for their family. Obviously they're not selling it, or maybe they are. So everybody and the purpose and the reason why they do the breed. So let's not forget, people create the breeds for the reason why they are keeping rabbit. I'm going to emphasize the rabbit you see at the background are my pets. They are not meat rabbits, they are pet rabbits. Beverly and the rest of them, and the 11 babies, they are pet rabbit. They are not meat rabbit. So I'm not particularly interested in any color or anything. I just want to learn more about the rabbits, and I love them. I love having them as my pets, so they are my pets. But someone in Africa who is doing it as a farm, you'll have to look at getting your money's worth. Now, I spend a lot of money on these pets, like everybody who spend money on their pets, they know. You treat your pets the best way you can, whereas it's much different for farm animals. So if you're in Africa, if you're in Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, Uganda, and you're farming rabbit, it's very important for you to know what you're getting into and what will serve your purpose. Now, I have to be straightforward. In Africa, they are more farming for the meat rather than the fur or any other part. A lot of people in Africa are also farming for the rabbit, the byproducts, like the droppings are one of the best manures you can find. The wee, which is also is proven to be very good as a manure and also as insect repellent. So a lot of people are exploring so many ways of using the rabbit byproduct, but I can't lie, Africa is doing this more for the meat, and you cannot judge them for that. We can't judge anybody. We have to live our life. So at the end of the day, we have to be respectful to the rabbit. What I really advocate is we giving the rabbits the best life and not treat them like anyhow and then turn around and let them serve you on the table. So in a nutshell, the answer to Richie's question is yes, everybody can create their own breed, but if you're doing it as a farm or as somebody who is going to be producing rabbit meat, then it's very important for you to look further than just getting any rabbit, to start right. So get a rabbit that grows very rapidly, that you can convert the feed to growth ratio. You can convert whatever food you give them so that they get big quicker for you to let it serve the purpose you want it to serve. So you can stay in Africa and have a lion head. Lion head is a popular rabbit in Africa because they are beautiful with a lion head. But if you're doing rabbit farming for meat, then lion head will defeat that purpose because they grow very slowly, and because they grow slowly and they don't get big, because of that you will not get your money's worth. You will have to feed them for years before they achieve the required weight for you to convert it into meat. So these are things that one have to bear in mind when getting into it. Of course, if you are established already and you've got your rabbit farm already, then you sort of know what you're doing. Like we started with any rabbit that we got, but then later on we managed to purify our stock by getting some pure breed New Zealand's, and with very good record keeping, you will be able to continue your farm but also develop your herd of rabbits that will give you the required sort of weight, the required can't find my words right, but the required behavior that you need. You don't want an aggressive rabbit. You want them to be a little bit docile. You don't want them to be too aggressive towards the other and then biting and all that. So you will fish out and create your own kind of herd of breeding stock. Not necessarily your own breed, but your own breeding stock, which means you're selectively selecting. So we got 11 rabbits there, right? We got 11 babies from Beverly. I'll give you that as an example. All the 11 of them will have different attitudes. So if I'm a breeder, which I'm not doing any breeding here with my pet rabbits, if I'm a breeder, I will select those ones that are heavy, those ones who have got specific traits, and I will use them as my head of rabbits that I'm going to use to continue the lineage, and probably the rest I'll either sell or use them for whatever purpose if I'm a breeder. Some of these rabbits at 6 weeks, when I weighed them the last time, some of them are almost 800 grams, but there is one there that is 600 grams. So I may decide, okay, the 800 grams at 6 weeks sounds good to me. I'm going to use that to continue the lineage, or I'm going to use the one that's 700. I'm going to keep 3 of them. I'm going to keep all those ones that are heavyweight and leave those ones that are not, and use them for different purposes or sell them or whatever way. So if you're a breeder, that accolade, you get that accolade when you sort of when you are able to select your best stock. Last week I made an analysis of a particular rabbit that was heavy and good and all that, but when we traced back, we saw that the mother, the grandmother, and herself, they all sort of pass away as soon as they give birth. So even though she gave birth to 6, all the 6 babies that she gave birth to, we are not going to use them to continue breeding. We just have to terminate or exclude this breed from the farm environment, because that's not the reason why we're doing it. So I hope this explains. Richard, I hope you view this live, and if you have any further comments, please feel free and bring it on, and we will take it from there. This is Rabbito Farmino, and if you're first seeing this, may I remind you to subscribe and help the channel grow. Before I go to I've got some comments here, I will be going into them, but before I do that, I just want to say something. We're in a very difficult situations in the world today, and I don't do politics. I'm sure a lot of people don't, but there are a lot of scary things going on out there. Even if you, as a neutral, if you listen to the news, you can just get scared and, you want to just disappear from the world. So I just want to say, everyone, just stay positive. There are a lot of negatives. There are a lot of negative people out there. There are a lot of people that are not in sync with the real world. And therefore, it's very important for you to stay positive and look after your mental health. We are all suffering a kind of mental health issue in this world nowadays. And it's difficult, it's scary, it's difficult. And we all need to find a way to cohabit and do the right thing. But stay positive. We are in December. Those of you who enjoy Christmas, I don't do Christmas. I'm a Christian who don't do Christmas, but I enjoy the kind of environment where I like to see other people, everyone happy. So if Christmas float your boat, then let December be a month where you sort of, find the positive or pick up the positive and, find a way of threading through these discombobulated world, if there is any word like that. Look after your mental health, please. That's very important. Look after your mental health. We are all battling something. Trust me, we are all battling something. So if you've been around up to now, I've lost the time because I fluffed a little bit during the beginning. No one could hear me, so we had B-Fit Lady and Nancy reminding me or giving me the signal that they can't hear anything. I do apologize if you can't hear anything. Ducksies, they look great. Thank you. The rabbits look great. Oh, Santiago, you are Ducksies as well. Hey, Santi. Thank you for sticking around. That's my best fun. We got Nancy. Woo, Nancy joined. We got sent something to us. I need to celebrate Nancy. Zelia, rabbit. And Zelia, this comment, I'm gonna read it anyway. But yes, I can still get good meat from them. Okay, that's your opinion. Like I said, there's no judgment here. So yeah, it's all good. Whatever purpose you're looking after the rabbit, just make sure you give them good life. That's all I can say without judging anyone at all. Just give the rabbits good life. Make sure you give them good life. Feed them properly, treat them well, don't starve them, and give them a very good housing, and just look after them well. Anyone who has got a question, please, any question at all? If we got any question, we got 5 to 10 minutes. If I have enough questions, then I will answer them. But yeah, December, whilst I wait for any question, December is a month where I want to, if you watched last year, December, I did the African Rabbit Farmers Award. That was just me shouting out to African rabbit farmers, because the youth and even some older people have embraced the fact that this could be something that could lead to, eliminate them being poor. So why not? So I did that last year, and I gave a lot of shout to all the rabbit farmers that I know. But I'm going to do something different this time. I will shout to some rabbit farmers who have consistently stayed on the path of rabbit farming, teaching videos, and they're not mixing it with anything. And maybe I will give I'll give a shout out to few people who are doing mixed farming, but I've done a lot of rabbit farming, because as you know, this channel, we only talk about rabbits, only rabbits. We are aware of the other livestock, but we sort of have a love for rabbit, and that's why we talk about rabbit. And we don't judge whether you're doing it for pets or doing it as a farm. There is no judgment here. We're doing it respectfully. And I'll have to say a big thank you to all my followers and all my subscribers, because they've all been very, very decent. I've not found any offensive message or comments, which is amazing, which means we all understand that everybody at the end of the day have to do what everybody have to do without judging anyone. So thank you very much for that, and I really appreciate that. So this December I will be reviewing my videos. I have so many videos that I've just pumped out there this year. It's ridiculous when I look at the number, including the shorts that I have pumped out there on YouTube. Is more than 400 videos. So I'm just pumping out videos and shorts. Some of the shorts are very entertaining, and that's what I intend to create: entertainment and education, and advocacy for good life for rabbit, without judging your purpose of keeping the rabbit. We don't judge. That's what we don't do here. So, any questions? Do you have any questions? So I will be reviewing my own videos, some of the videos that I've done myself that I think are very educational, that but have not got enough views. Funny enough, there's so much information in there for especially rabbit farmers. So much information in some of the videos. So I'm going to go back and look at all the videos that I've done, and I will review. I will be my own critic. How about that? So we can have conversations, and then I'll be able to also review some of my videos, and I'll be able to possibly bring a guest or something. I'll find out. I'll see how it goes. But yeah, I will try as much as possible to keep us entertained this December, and let's pray that we get to enjoy this December properly. Any question? Anyone? Has anyone got any question for us? I must say, if you want to join this channel as well, please do. I just want to talk about something a little bit. I have this channel because I enjoy doing the videos. Okay, I'm not a brave person, but I'm brave in front of the camera here. And I've done most of the videos that I've done it with a lot of research. I've researched the situations, and sometimes I've used research from my own farm, Rabbito, Farmino, Ghana. I've used informations and analogies that I've got from the farm itself. So I'm not just telling you story or copying and pasting, but I'm giving you information that is proven, proven in the farm environment, and also I have studied to come and give you those information. So the main aim of this channel is I enjoy doing it. Right? I know I'm not gonna be Mr. Beast or KSI or any of those big YouTube people, because we just talk about rabbits. We just talk about rabbits. I don't think I will get rich talking about rabbits on YouTube. But I really appreciate all the subscribers and all our followers who believe in rabbits. Everybody have got their niche. Everybody have got what floats their boat. I like rabbit. I like rabbit, so I stick to rabbit. So if you're here, I'm sure you like rabbits too. So it's not to make money from it, but like we've got Nancy who have just joined the group. What happened is when you join the channel, YouTube pays us a little bit, because we've been able to get to the level where we can get some money from YouTube. So if you join us, we are going to make some money. However, I'm going to have to say this. I have plans to do a few charitable stuff, because I'm not honestly, this is no bragging or anything, but I am all right without YouTube. Okay? I don't expect to make money from YouTube. But however, if I'm able to generate revenue from YouTube, I'm thinking of some of the things that I would like to use that money for. And one of the things I want to use that money for is to help people to build comfortable rooms for their rabbits. I know there are people in so many different situations, different kind of economic situations, poor, rich. But I would like to see a lot of improved rabbit cages in Ghana, at least, because I'm not being funny. Some of these cages and some of these hatches and some of the environments that we are keeping our rabbits are not acceptable. I have to be blunt and tell you as it is. So hence the channel name have gone through a lot of ups and downs. Hence I chose the name the Rabbit Advocate, because I'm advocating for the rabbit. So if I am to make any money, if you join the channel today, or you subscribe to the channel and you watch our videos and YouTube start paying us some money, that money, I can promise you, will go to support not my farm, but to support other farms in order to give good life to the rabbits. So some of the things I want to do is like, okay, this is your rabbitry. Just randomly visit people and say, okay, can we change the floor for you so the rabbits will not suffer sore hocks and pain and stuff like that, so that the rabbits can have good life. And these are some of the things I'm thinking about. We haven't earned any money yet, but we've just, I can see we've just earned some money here. £1. And the other day we earned some money too. So if you are donating, if you intend to donate, or if you can donate, you can do so. This is not an appeal to donate. I don't want to spoil it and make it sound like, oh, we're doing this to make money. No, I don't intend to make money from YouTube. Anyway, who knows? I'm not going to be Mr. Beast of YouTube, or KSI, or the big names. You know them. But we can only do a little bit to help in any small ways. There are so many people who are in need. There are so many people who love rabbit. The education have to be there, because some people are doing it. They love the rabbit, but they don't understand. They don't know. I'm happy to be the advocate, teach people and say, listen, The floor you're using is hurting the rabbit. Put them on a hardboard. Put them on these, to help people to treat the animals better. Okay? Because rabbits, they don't scream, they don't shout. Even when they are suffering to death, they die silent death. Have you seen a rabbit die before? It's very strange the way they just lie down like they just passed. I don't want to make this a sad video, but these are the reality. So rabbits don't make noise. They don't cause any trouble. They don't bite. They don't create any problem, and that has made us to misunderstand them, to think, oh, they are not emotional, so you just treat them anyhow. We need to spread the education. Africa is doing well. Africa want to do well with rabbits. Maybe that's what we can do. That's one thing that everybody can get into. It's not like a goat that is big that you need to deal with it. It's not like chicken that, rabbits are easy to keep, but please don't let us misunderstand and think, oh, because they are easy, it means we can treat them anyhow. That is not right. Rabbito Farmino here. If you haven't subscribed and you're watching this, please do so now. You can like it as well if you like the content. Let's see if you've got any question. How much activity time do the rabbits have daily? That's from Beefit Lady. Thank you for the question. Yeah, for my pet rabbits, I'll have to be honest with you, it really depends, but they do get at least 1 hour of playtime in the garden. If you saw the garden on the earlier screen, they do get a lot of time in the garden on the weekends or days that I'm not working. If I'm at home, I just open them because we have foxes around in my area, and we have some cats around as well, and I don't want to put the rabbits in any danger. We've got birds of prey here. We see hawks flying about sometimes, so I don't want to leave them out there without me being around. When I'm around, I just open it. Sometimes I open it for them all day. But the thing is, because I have to control the breeding, I don't leave the boys and the girls together. So I can let the girl out. Beverly, of course, I'm biased towards Beverly. I just leave her the longest in the garden. And when she's tired, she just goes in her room, and I know she's tired, and I'll close her part, and then I'll let the boys out one at a time. Now, I cannot let 2 matured boys out at the same time because they will fight to death. They don't understand anything. All they want is the right to dominate, and sometimes they do that to their own detriment. So it really depends, but they do all have playtime, and they love it. They love the playtime in the garden, and I just chill with them in the garden for the most part. Or if I'm doing something in and around, I can leave them in the garden, and I sort of put on my Alexa, so there is still people talking, like the radio talking, and that's the trick. The cats don't go around the I've not seen any fox, but you know how cunning foxes are. I'm not willing to take any chance. So yes, they all get playtime. I'm intending to bring them indoors, but that's for another video. I'm intending to bring them indoors to come and spend some time with me indoors, but I have to do some preparations first, and that's for another video. So watch out for the indoor video that I will do. I'll have to secure all my cables and make sure the house is ready to receive them, and then we can take it from there. There's another video that I'm working on where I will be able to tell you the real cost of keeping rabbits as a pet in the UK, so that you make up your mind whether this is for you or not. I don't want us to get into it without knowing what to expect, so I intend to do that. And last week as well, I did mention that I am willing to, I'm going to build some indoor hatches, home friendly, and I'll start from my home so I know how it goes. But they do get free time outside the hatch. They are not always there in there all day. So thank you for the question. I hope that explains. Any more question? I'll take one more question and we will call it a night. Thank you very much. I think our highest peak is we had about 8 people watching at the same time. I really appreciate it. And this is going to be on our channel, so you can always go back and watch if you miss out. I do apologize for the start. I have to master this. I think I have to do this a lot more times so I can master it. I've just driven from London to Letchworth to do these videos, so it's a little bit of a rush, but when I promise, I have to stick to my promise. So thank you very much. If we don't have any more questions, don't forget to tell somebody about Rabbito Farmino, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you and see you soon. Bye bye.